You have something special. Greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because we're going to bring the millionaire out of the year.
Please enter your...
Let's get it.
Thank you. Please announce yourself. All participants are muted, and they can unmute themselves. Entry and exit tones are off.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it. All right. So some of you know, some of you don't, but it's Free Coaching Friday. My name's Haziq Ali. I'm a revenue acceleration coach, and but a lot of times here in the mornings we spend time on mindset, all kinds of things to kind of turn around your philosophy, because of course your lifestyle comes from your results come from your activity comes from your attitude, and your attitude comes from your philosophy. So we try and get you to adopt a new sort of way of thinking about things. You know, I can only take you as far as I've gone, and I'm blessed and fortunate to have gone from, you know, homeless a few years ago to now having a multi-million-dollar net worth. And my humble assertion is that you can do it too. If I can do it with no college degree, if I can do it with no special skills, with nothing but the capacity and the desire to serve, a burning desire to serve, a burning desire to help the people around me, then I know you can do it too. So if you tune in with us, then you're probably an entrepreneur. This is a good time to shout yourself out. Even if you're on a live line, if you want to just let them know your name, your city, and what kind of business you have, this is a good time to do it because it's Free Coaching Friday. This is for the entrepreneurs. Some of you know, some of you don't, but we have a newsletter that comes out every single Friday. It's called, really, I'm going to have a little contest to come up with the name because I don't have a name that really just hits me. But it always deals with mindset, skill set, and heart set. So I'm going to think of a good name, and then we'll have like a naming party or something. But, you know, every week the newsletter comes out. You get little clips of mindset, just little things to think about. There's always something dealing with heart set, like a quote from somebody, something to make you think about things a little bit different. And then there's always some skill set. There's always little pieces in there, skill set. And my goal is to give you things that you can use. So, you know, last week I had somebody ask me, what is my best advice for a brand new teammate, right? So what is my best advice for a brand new teammate? Let me type that in as the first question. Appreciate that, DJ Jamad. Appreciate that, King. What is my best advice for a brand new teammate? That way we can lock these in. I should have just had you type it in, Erica. Good morning, Queen. All right. So what is my best advice for a brand new teammate? What is my best advice for a brand new teammate? Check this out. My best advice for somebody who's brand new is make a list and learn a first new sentence. Check this out. That first new sentence part is so important. Even if you don't want to make a list, you still need a first new sentence. Learn a first sentence. Learn an icebreaker that's real comfortable for you to say when you're talking to somebody in the middle of a conversation and you just want to bust out with your business. Because that'd be the little awkward part, right? You're having a normal conversation with your coworker. You're having a normal conversation. We're going to do a whole training on that, matter of fact. We're going to do a whole training on that soon. But the best advice for a brand new teammate, the best advice for a brand new staff member, the best advice for a brand new salesperson, the best advice for a brand new teammate is check this out. Learn a first sentence. Learn an icebreaker that's comfortable for you. So when you're in the middle of a conversation, you can introduce your business in a way that lets them make a decision. All you're looking to do, y'all, is say something their brain already agrees with, something that their brain is already programmed to feel. Y'all ever watch my training on the automatic brain programs that everybody's kind of like forced to use? You know, we talk about survival programs and curiosity programs. Y'all seen my training on that? If you want my training on that, then reach out for me or go to YouTube, Millionaire Minded TV, and just search automatic brain programs on my channel. And there's an incredible training on that. But the hardest part a lot of times of talking to prospects, talking to people about your business is getting started. If we have a good first sentence, then we can kind of relax and just kind of chill and enjoy the rest of the conversation. Am I right? So I just wanted to throw that one out there. Okay, what else we got? Yeah, what else you got? What else you got? Keep the questions coming, y'all. If you are on the live line, *6 will unmute your line. If you're on the live line, *6 will unmute your line. It is Ask Me Anything Friday. Yeah. Appreciate that, Trina. I don't know how you shared from the Facebook group, but if you come to either the Millionaire Minded Facebook page, or if you come to my timeline, I'm Haziq Ali, then you're able to share it. You just can't share it from inside groups because that's the way Facebook groups work. Appreciate that. Okay, somebody had asked me in the email when they responded to the newsletter, another question that we got from our newsletter audience where they were like, Mr. Ali, what's that one line you use? Something about I may not be as good as I thought about letting people know what I do. You said use it with friends, but I forgot how the line actually goes. Okay, so the way that intro goes, which is sort of like an icebreaker, but it's also sort of like a close, is you say something like, hey man, how you doing? So look, I know we ain't talked in a while, but check it out. It's recently, hey Gavin, you're gonna love this, Gavin. You're gonna love this, Gavin. Martell, you're gonna love this. All right, check it out. Hey, how you doing? Okay, yeah. Check it out. It's recently come to my attention. And you laugh a little bit as you say that. Like, it's recently come to my attention that I'm not as good as I thought telling people about what I do. So check it out. Do you know anybody who has less than perfect credit? You see that? It's just that simple. Do you know anybody who has less than perfect credit? And then what happens, right, is that, because finances are so personal and intimate to people, they don't feel like you putting them on the spot. You see what I mean? They don't feel like you putting them on the spot. Or you know anybody who has 2 jobs and might want to get rid of one of them? Now you're not putting them on the spot. You're really just asking for referrals. You get what I mean? You know any entrepreneurs that could use funding, for their business course? You see how I did that? You know anybody who's renting and might want to buy a home in the next 12 months? I ain't say the next 90 days. I ain't say nothing crazy. I said the next 12 months. So it opens it up as wide as possible. Y'all see what I'm saying? But these are good first sentences. Let's say I'm talking to an Uber driver. He knows a bunch of Uber drivers, even though I'm really talking to him, right? So let's just say I hit him with hey man, so listen, I'm kind of doing this challenge with my friends. So I hope I don't sound all awkward and weird, but check it out. Do you know anybody who drives Uber that would like to kind of like turn it into passive income so they can make money even when they're not driving? Do you know anybody like that? I know you know a bunch of Uber drivers. I know you know some other Uber drivers. Y'all see how I did that? These are first sentences that you can use. These are first sentences. Does that make sense, y'all? And then once they come back at you, they come at you with something like, well, maybe I'd be interested, or tell me more about it. What is it? A lot of times we mess up right there because we try and come off like an expert. You don't have to come off like an expert. You want to see, because What people hate, right, is to see your inner beauty. People don't like that. People don't be messing with it. So listen, people judge books by the cover. So the minute you start sounding like an expert is the minute you'll be judged. Can somebody give me that in the comments? And then give me a share. The minute you sound like an expert is the minute you're going to be judged. Think about that. You be all talking to the group of your friends. You be like, we're going to change the world. And then they be like, not with them shoes on. You know what I'm saying? Not with that watch, buddy. You know what I mean? You look like you're doing kind of bad. How you going to help me? You see what I mean? You open yourself up to judgment. Am I making sense? Yeah. How simple is that, Gav? You can do that when you're standing in line with them at the Walmart. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Somebody give me this in the comments. The minute you play expert is the minute you open yourself to judgment. I know that's kind of wordy for my normal quotes, right? I know that's kind of wordy for my normal quotes, but that is important. That is important for you to sear into your consciousness if you have some kind of entrepreneurial pursuits that you want to listen. The best thing you can do is recommend. Recommendation always beats impersonation. Recommendation always beats impersonation. Somebody give me that in the comments. Recommendation always beats impersonation. Your business cannot be based on you being the Don Dada and just the diva of all divas, right, ladies? Recommendation always beats impersonation. Instead of you pretending all of a sudden you're a home buying expert, you say, look, there's a home buying expert you got to holler at. Instead of you putting yourself in position like you're Miss Financial Literacy, you'd be like, listen, I got to put you on to the lady that's been helping me. You see that? You see what a difference that is? It sounds small, but it's huge. It sounds small to an amateur, but anybody who's serious about learning the science of entrepreneurship knows that I'm preaching right now. They somewhere going, man, tell them. That's right. The minute you sound like an expert is the minute you start getting judged. That's when they start judging you. You know, here's another excellent first sentence. Somebody give me this in the comments. Yeah, Gavin, that's because you're not throwing them to Chanel enough. You ain't throwing them to one of your other teammates enough. You ain't the home buying expert. You know one. Matter of fact, her father runs this church right here. You know what I mean? You edify. You get me. Am I making sense? Here's another first sentence for you. Somebody type this out. Hey, man, would you like to know how I put away a bunch of money? The minute you play expert is the minute you set yourself up for judgment. The minute you play expert is the minute you set yourself up for judgment. You don't play expert. They're going to look at your shoes. They're going to go out there and try to see what you're driving. They're going to be like, nope, I don't believe you. You need more people. So what you do is let them know you got people. You put them on the phone with somebody. Would you like to know how I put away a bunch of money? Yeah, would you like to know how I put away a bunch of money? Yeah, y'all get what I'm saying? How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? Now they get to volunteer and ask us how we did it. They ask, it ain't no pressure, right? It's no rejection. And we get to tell our story next about what happened to us or what happened to our neighbor. The other thing is now you ain't pushing your agenda on somebody who ain't interested. That's right, Ebony. That's right, Ebony. Man, would you like to know how Ebony solved the same problem? You listen to him complain, like, man, how's it going? Oh man, it's rough out here. Hey, would you like to know how my man Bob solve the same problem. You see that? You see that? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, well, would y'all like to know two things I tried that didn't work? Let me um going to college and getting a job. No, I'm just playing. But what, isn't that a nice opening sentence? Would you like to know two things I tried that didn't work? Right? Hey, want to know what I just found out? Somebody give me that in the comments. Want to know what I just found out? See, I can teach you all kinds of things to say, but what you're missing is the habits. Y'all see my profile pic right now on Facebook? Look at that, man, because we're doing a class tomorrow night that's strictly about habits, just habit construction. Because learning to talk to these all these people that need your help out here, right? Learning to talk to them is a skill. But what you really need is the habit to try more. Yeah, want to know what I just found out? Want to know what I just found out? Y'all get me? Want to know what I just found out? Somebody said, you know, what's the best thing to do? This is another question that we got. If y'all haven't signed up for the newsletter, this is a good time to do it. It's Free Coaching Friday right now, but sign up for the newsletter. These are responses to the newsletter we got. If you have questions for us, it is Free Coaching Friday. You can throw them in the comments, throw them in the chat, and I will try my best to get to them. Right now, I'm just and if you're on the live line, you can push *6, unmute yourself, and let me know that you have a question. All right. Next question that somebody sent me, it was like, dear Mr. Ali, what is the best thing to do when you when you have somebody around you, excuse me, who's complaining and you want to phase on into the business? You want to phase on into the business. Anybody got somebody around them that complains a lot? Let me see complainer in the comments, complainer in the comments. Earlier this week, we were talking about some of the toxic personalities that make winning a lot harder for you, right? And one of them was the complainer, right? One of them was the complainer. Yeah. That's exactly right. I like what you did there, coach. I like what you did there. That's it. That's a Kaizenite right there. Check it out. So what you do is you agree with them and close them. You agree with them and close them, right? Yeah. I know we got some people that know some complainers out there. So what you do is you agree with them and then you close them. Step number 1 is agree with them they have a problem. Like, wow, yeah, that sounds horrible. How long you been working here? You know, they start complaining about their job. Man, how long you been working here? Let me ask you something. When you first got here, how long did you tell yourself you wanted to stay? How long? This is something so cool to say to your coworker to be complaining about the job. You know, ask them about their problem. Ask them more about it. Like, wow, man, that does sound like it sucks, right? How long did you intend on staying at this job when you first got it? Step number 2 is you ask them about their plans to fix their problem. And then step number 3 is you watch them squirm as they realize they have no solution, right? And then step number 4 is ask them if they want a solution. Ask them, would they like us to share a solution with them? You get what I mean? It's always better to come from a point of view where you got somebody that's complaining. Some of the negative people around you, man, those are some of your best business builders because they realize they have a problem. Think about that. Because you're inside a group, Kim. You're inside a group. if you were on the timeline or if you were on the Facebook page, and it wouldn't do that. But because you're inside a group, it does that. And then there's a little thing you can click on at the top of the post or in the caption that says click here and give them permission to show your name. And then it'll show your name. So, yeah, man, that's what you do. First, you agree with them that they have a problem. Then you ask them about their plans to fix their problem. And then you watch them squirm as they realize they have no plans. Then you ask them if they'd like us to share a solution with them. And then you watch your business grow. Notice, we ain't show them no PowerPoint, right? We ain't show them no company video. We got them to say yes before we started talking about the details. We got them to admit they were hungry before we took it to the level of talking about restaurant reviews. You get what I mean? Coach Carvel is like Coach Carvel is like, can you break down how long a low ticket package should be? 8 weeks, 12 weeks, etc., compared to a high ticket package being 6 months or 12 months. So, Coach, that's a great question. What you have to realize is what you're selling, bro. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like when it looks to you like you're selling one thing, you could be selling another. So what you have out here, bro, is there are 4 different levels that you want to meet up with when you're dealing with a client, right? The first level is knowing what the gold is. Not the goal, but the gold. G-O-L-D. Like, what's the gold that they're looking for? Are they? I know they're buying coaching from you, but what's the gold, right? Why is this important to them, right? What are the other things they've tried, right? Like, what are you really selling? You know, like I know you're not just selling college exposure, you're selling them their future, right? Like what's the gold they're looking for? And then from there, you're selling them maps, right? So the gold is the emotional benefit. The gold is the emotional benefit. The map is confidence transfer. So the map is where your books come in, your challenge, your courses. That's where you're around at like, $300 price point. You know what I mean? Then from there, you got a guide, right? No. I'm sorry. Then from there, you got a shovel. You got a shovel. The shovel is designed to help you pick up as much gold as quickly as possible. Like we're a shovel for a lot of people. The Kaizen Academy is a shovel, right? Because now we're talking about speed. We're talking about you speeding up your learning curve. Shovel is anything that has to do with speed or automation. A shovel is some software you use, right? You done found this special software that allows you to find all the colleges that accept lower GPA but want a better athlete, or all of the colleges that will accept you, especially if you come from this, or all the different scholarships that are available if you're Native American mixed with, right? You got some kind of software. That would be the shovel. That's the package where now you're moving from 300 to maybe 3,000, 10,000, 20,000. And then you have the guide. The guide is when you're doing it for them. Like when you see this dude climb the mount on the top of Mount Everest, and then, off in the back of the picture, you see this dude loaded down with 90 pounds of supplies. For this dude, greatest day of his life. For this dude, this is just a Saturday, right? This is what he does. They call that dude a Sherpa, right? And what that is mistake avoidance. This dude's climbing a mountain, but he got the Sherpa so he don't die, right? So my point is you got gold, you got maps, you got shovels, and you have guides. Those are the 4 pieces of it. And more important than how long the package should be, I want you to look at your offer. Does that make sense, Carvel? I want you to look at your offers and make sure you got something for each one. That you have something where you understand the emotional benefit, the gold, G-O-L-D. Then you have something where you understand kind of like how to transfer confidence to them. That's what they're buying when they buy your course. That's what they're buying when they buy your initial coaching program. You're transferring confidence into them, right? So that would be a map. Like, okay, then what's your shovel? What's giving them speed? What's giving them automation? A lot of times this is some kind of done with you program, right? A lot of times this is some kind of program where you're giving them hacks, on a different level than the ones you gave in the coaching program. And then of course there's the guide where you take your hand and walk them through that. So was that helpful? Was that helpful, Carvel? All right. So I like what you're saying about how long the ticket package should be, bro. But more importantly is the offer. More important is what are you actually giving them? What are they getting? Because if you don't take nothing else, take that class on offers in the Kaizen Academy. Because one of the most powerful ways to create an offer, coach, is for you to get out there, bro. Think about every objection you normally get, and then create something that fights that objection. So coach, if you know that a lot of times you get the objection, my kids' grades aren't good enough, then you have a package of all the schools that accept people with low grades. Am I making sense? I'm telling y'all, man, this is why you need to be in the Kaizen Academy. It's like there's a science to this entrepreneur stuff. There's a science to this entrepreneur stuff. And if you are not in a place where you're actually looking to study, you got to understand, man, you can make as much money as a doctor, right? But do you know how long doctors study? How long are you studying your business? Like, how hard are you going? Like, what are you doing to actually pick up? I mean, you ain't get it from your household. Your mama might have taught you how to cook, but she ain't teach you how to run a restaurant. And loving to cook is way different from knowing how to pick a location, choose an executive chef, design a menu, get marketing going in your geographic location, build a brand on a nationwide scale to prepare for selling a business. Those are two different things. Loving how to cook and running a restaurant. You get what I mean? And it's like that all across entrepreneurship. So, yeah, good, bro. Good, bro. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's right, Chanel. Doctors are always practicing. They always studying. So don't just, rock with me because we do these free trainings every morning. Rock with me because I help take my company to the Inc. 5000 list. Rock with me because I'm always at the top of the leaderboards and the sales charts of any company that I deal with. Rock with me because I done brought, dozens and dozens and dozens of people home. Rock with me because I done helped a handful of people go from working as cashiers to 6 figures a month in all types of different companies, So, this is if you've been waiting on an invitation, this is it. Join the Kaizen Academy, y'all. Come rock with me. This weekend, we're doing a class just based on habit construction. If you've never tried the Kaizen Academy before, then come and rock with us this weekend, Saturday at 7 p.m., but you will get the replay. It's Saturday at 7 p.m., but you will get the replay. We study not just the mindset of the entrepreneur, but also the way the mind works, the neurology. I call it entrepreneurology. Maybe I'll call my newsletter Entrepreneurology. But then again, maybe I'm being too cute and people be like, what? And then they can't spell it. Decisions. But I call in this affirmation time. Hopefully you join the newsletter, man. Make sure you're rocking with this thing down here. It's a free newsletter we send out every Friday at 3:30 p.m. Go to millionaireminded.com. And please let a friend know. Please tell a friend to go to millionaireminded.com. Please tell a friend. Please tell a friend. Go to millionaireminded.com and join the newsletter. All right, repeat after me, y'all. Let's get it. I know this is going to sound weird to some of y'all if you never did affirmations before. These are the same weird affirmations I was saying when I was sleeping in my car. You know what I mean? If I could go from there to here, baby, you can do it. But you got to do some different things. You got to become millionaire minded. You know what I'm saying? All right, repeat after me. Let's get it. Y'all ready? Let's go. I am so happy and grateful